Good day, friends. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. Today, we look at our fourth day of our yoga foundations and yoga, kind of looking at yoga beyond just the postures that you see in the exercise and flexibility aspects. So today, we are going to look into two aspects, actually. We're going to look at the concept of lengthening our exhale, which, again, if you followed any of my videos to date, you will know that I have addressed this once or twice before. By extending our exhale when we breathe, it has the capacity to reduce our anxiety, to reduce our fear. It stimulates our parasympathetic system, which actually increases our relaxation response. So I won't bore you with all the science behind it, but by extending that exhale, it can actually also support our immune systems. And it can release our healing hormones into our bodily system. So just a few of the things that the impact our breath can have and all the positive effects that it can have. Something that we seemingly just take for granted daily, right? So, but yeah. So we'll look at that, and hopefully by doing so today, it's something that you can remember to do during stressful events in your life. So along with that, we're also going to look at setting an intention for our practice. So coming onto your mat or into your room where you do your yoga practice, whether it just be your normal postures or pranayama, your breathing exercises or meditation, bringing some sort of intention into that practice, doing it with a purpose, and not that purpose not always being, I want to be able to do the splits when I grow up, or I want to be more flexible, but sometimes maybe finding a different intention that might be a little deeper, might be even more shallow than that. So yeah, so I'm going to ask you to start out just by taking a nice comfortable seat, as we usually do as we reflect a little at the beginning here of our practice. So take a nice comfortable seat, easy pose, hero's pose, Siddhasana. You choose your pose right now. Just again, nice erect spine so you can stay alert and aware. We're going to take a few moments to relax and settle our body. Next, focus your attention on your exhale, following it to flow all the way down into the pause at the end of the breath. As you're breathing, try and bring your breath in through your nose and out through your nose. In through your nose, belly expands. Exhale longer through the nose, belly retracts. Intently focus on watching your breath just for a few more rounds. With each exhale, feel the weight of your body surrender to the floor or the surface that you're on. The muscles releasing their grip on the bones. Now gradually begin to lengthen your exhale. You can bring your exhale to 1.5 times longer or more. That would be ideal. So if your inhale is roughly 3 seconds, maybe bring your exhale to 4.5, 5 seconds, maybe even 6. If at any point you feel any shortness of breath, just return to even breathing. In through the nose, out through the nose, and continue until you find a comfortable rhythm. If you find it easier, just count. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just choose a number that works best for you. And take a couple rounds right now. Once you have your comfortable rhythm, just start to sense that inner calm and relief. As you enter a deeper state of relaxation, just let go of any control of your breathing and simply watch the spontaneous breathing pattern. Notice how you feel. Can you sense more clarity in the mind? Do the muscles feel more relaxed? This ability to willfully relax is only a few exhales away. When we start our practice, let's remember to bring that exhale, that extended exhale with us, okay? Perhaps that could be the intention we set for today's practice. Setting an intention narrows the focus of our practice by working with our defined objectives. Your clear intention makes a difference between a powerful, progressive form of consciousness, more of your conscious physical or mental action, and just more than just a limited exercise experience. That's kind of the purpose of the intention of the intention. And an intention can come in any mindset set at all. Like I mentioned earlier, it can be as simple as, to relieve some of the tension in my neck. It can just be remembering to extend the exhale. It can be deep and profound and complex, such as if you're moving out of a bad relationship, that intention to find some inner strength, courage, and just power within yourself. Your intention can be a blessing, so it's what you want to do. So try to revisit that intention throughout the day, throughout our practice, and just keep it at the top of your mind, okay? When you're ready, we're going to start today's practice in a from standing, which not usually my go-to, but my intention today. Change it up. So let's bring ourselves up into our standing position. In the presence of mindfulness, I want you to really kind of be aware of how you're standing today. So we're going to come into mountain pose, or Tadasana as we call it. I'm going to face the camera here. So have your feet hip width apart. We've done this exercise a couple times before, but today is a good time to do it. So feet just hip width apart, right under your hips there. Hands to your side, turn your palms facing out, but not forced out. Just, you might find they roll in a little bit. All of our anatomy is a little different. That's okay. So, I want you to kind of rock back and forth from heels to toes, kind of feeling all the points of your feet, all the points and the soles of your feet, all those little fleshy mounds, all the things. There you go. Once you stop your rock, lift all 10 of your toes. Flex your quads, you'll feel your kneecaps lift. So that's what we want. Bring your navel just slightly towards your spine. It will likely give you a little more neutral alignment with your pelvis. Inhale deep and slowly exhale. But as you exhale, release your toes back down to the mat. Keeping your knees lifted, keeping your abdomen and core tight. Bring your shoulders back just a bit. Squeeze those shoulder blades and down away from the ears. Chin out towards the horizon. Nice and tall from crown to tailbone. Nice proud stance here. Just feel everything. Be mindful of your feet on the ground. Inhale through the nose, belly expands. Exhale longer than your inhale. Belly retracts back in. Now remember, as the one in front of the room, I'm just here to guide you. This isn't a dictatorship. Move at your pace, okay? Do what's right for you. If you feel like you're behind, that's okay. Just meet us in whatever position we're in. It's okay to skip a couple, all right? Just take it at your pace. One more inhale. One more exhale. On our next inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, palms together. Exhale, nice and slow, hinge from the hips, hands to the mat or to your blocks. You can bring the floor to you today. Keep a bend in the knees if that's where you're at. For our forward fold. Take a couple breaths. Remember, in through the nose, belly expands, out through the nose, extend your exhale, relax your facial muscles, relax your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your exhale, extend your spine. Inhale, exhale, fold back down. Inhale, hands overhead. Go through that again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. One more time. Exhale, fold, hinge at the hips. Hands on your mat or your block in front of you. I want you to root your right hand down, palm to the mat or your block, whichever is working for you. As we're in our fold, as you inhale, reach your left hand up to the side, fingertips to the sky. You'll have a slight bend in your right knee, allowing for a little more twist here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist a little more. One more breath here. On your next exhale, release your left hand back down. Replace your right with your left again on your block or on your mat. As you inhale, slide your right arm up, little bend in that right knee, allowing for your twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find some room in that twist. You'll find your muscles relax as you extend your exhale. One more breath here. On your exhale, release both hands down to the block or your mat. Forward fold. Just let your head dangle here for a second. Maybe reach for opposite elbows. Do a little side to side. Little side to side. Inhale, raise your hands up overhead. Exhale, bend at the knees, keeping our hands overhead if that's accessible. If not, maybe cactus arms or hands to heart center. Hips going down and back, finding our chair pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe soften a little more into your chair pose. Turn your pinkies towards one another. It will help keep those shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, on your next exhale, hinge from the hips, keeping the bend in your knees, coming into our bear pose. Chest towards the thighs. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, let your hips come down a little more. Maybe reach that 90-degree angle with the knees if that's accessible to you. Inhale, chest back up, still bent at the knees. Exhale, right elbow to left knee, finding a twist here in our chair pose. Palms together, left elbow to the sky. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, soften into your twist. Really feel your feet rooted into the mat here. Maybe give your toes a little wiggle. On your next exhale, release your hands to the mat. Maybe straighten your legs here. Give them a little dance out here. Stretch them out. Good. Inhale, hands overhead. Straighten the legs. Exhale, bend your knees back into our chair pose. You got this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down into your chair pose again. Maybe reach that 90 degrees. Find what works for you. Doing fantastic. Inhale, lengthen. On your next exhale, just hinge from the hips, keeping the bend in our knees, coming into our bear pose, chest to thighs. Fantastic job here. Inhale, come back, chest rises, legs are still bent. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, palms together, right elbow towards the sky. Press those palms together, finding some length from tailbone to crown. As you extend that exhale, soften into your twist. On your next exhale, unwind, hands to the blocks or your mat. Maybe straight legs, maybe a little bend. Inhale, exhale, maybe soften into your fold. See if you can find a little more space here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, straighten your legs. Exhale, hands all the way down the heart center. Thumbs rest on the sternum. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, curl your toes, downward facing dog. First down dog, paddle it out here. Really root through your palms. Press your thigh bones back, hips nice and high to the sky. Curl the elbow eyes there towards the front of the room. Spin the biceps in, good. Making some space in the shoulders. It's okay if the heels don't touch. One more full breath here. Remember to extend that exhale. On your next inhale, float forward into plank, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Choose your variation. Exhale, curl your toes back into downward facing dog. Really feel the power in your downward facing dog here. Draw that navel towards the spine if you find you're getting a little lax with the midsection. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, step your hands up to your feet for your forward fold. Exhale, soften down. Halfway lift and forward fold. Inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, bend at the knees. And over here again. So you have options here. You can stay here in your chair pose, or if it's accessible to you, on your next inhale, raise your right knee or your right foot off the mat. Lengthen through, straighten that left leg. Bring the ankle of your right leg onto your left thigh for a figure four. As you exhale, try to bend that knee again. Coming back into a figure four. Maybe bring your hands to your heart center for some balance and stability. Resiliency, if you fall out, that's okay. Meet us where we're at. Figure four. You got this. Keep breathing. Bring your gaze to a fixed spot. As you exhale, maybe find a little more room to bring your hips down. Inhale, straighten your left leg, release your ankle. Both feet to the mat. Give them a little walk out here. You're doing a fantastic job. Connect with your breath again. Inhale, lengthen the exhale. Come to standing on our mat. Nice strong mountain pose. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, bend the knees back into chair pose. Fantastic. Maybe bring your hands down to heart center here. Inhale, straighten your legs. Raise your left foot off the mat, bending that left knee. Bring your left ankle onto your right thigh. Inhale here. As you exhale, float your hips back and down. Coming into our figure four. Nice chair pose in our figure four here. Really balancing on that right foot. Feel all the points of your right foot touching the ground. Bring your drishti, your gaze, to a fixed point on the wall. Remember your breath. You might find you gain a little more balance with each exhale as it's extended. Inhale, straighten your right leg, release your left foot to the mat. Walk it out again. Fantastic job. Finding our stance here at the top of your mat. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step it back into plank. Here you go. If you have to come onto your knees here, that's okay. Come onto your knees, no big deal. Okay. As you exhale, lower on down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, lower back down, all the way down to your belly. I want you to bring your hands a little wider, in line with your shoulders, but maybe just have half a foot off of your mat here on either side. As you inhale, raise your chest and chin, press the tops of your feet into the mat, squeeze your shoulder blades. As you exhale, bring your right shoulder down to the mat, followed by your right cheek. You really feel it through your shoulder blades here. Really feel it in the front of that right shoulder. Good. Inhale, raise your chin and chest again. Exhale, left shoulder down to the mat, followed by the left cheek. Right arm still at a 90-degree angle here. Right palm on the mat still, on the ground. Inhale, chin and chest back up. Exhale, lower back down to the belly. Bring your hands onto the mat just under your shoulders. Inhale, push up to tabletop all the way through. Float your hips back to your heels, finding our child's pose. Go ahead and take a moment here to reconnect with your breath. Remember your inhale, extend your exhale, in through the nose, out through the nose. And take this time too to revisit your intention that you may have set at the beginning of your class. If you didn't set an intention, that's okay. Just take this time to rest your mind and body. Enjoy that stress-reducing breath we've been taking with us through our practice. Maybe massage your forehead. On your next inhale, we're going to bring it back up on the tabletop onto all fours. Curl our toes. Float the hips on up, downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here. Find your stillness, find your comfort in your downward facing dog. Maybe bring your gaze into your thighs here. Let your head just kind of dangle with just some slight activity in your neck. All 10 fingers and finger mounds into the mat. The eyes of the elbows forward, making space between your shoulder blades and your ears and shoulders. Extend the exhale. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, bring that right foot facing the mat on the left side, stacking your hips here. Pressing evenly through both hands and that left foot. On your next inhale, step your right foot up as close to your hands as is accessible. Lower your left knee to the mat. Inhale, hands overhead, finding a little back bend here. Raising your chest and your chin. Exhale, slowly bring your hands to the mat. Curl your left toes. Bring your knee off the mat. Inhale into our lunge. Exhale, bring your left elbow to your right thigh, finding our twist in our lunge. Palms together, right elbow to the sky, your gaze out to the right. It's in your practice. Maybe bring your gaze all the way up to the ceiling. On your next exhale, release your hands to the mat, lower your left knee, straighten your right leg into our half splits. Again, if you need a block here, bring a block to support your hands. As you bring your chest towards your right thigh, active right foot here, toes towards the shin. Be aware of how much you might be able to sink a little more with each extended exhale. On your next inhale, rock forward onto the sole of your right foot. Both hands onto the mat. Step your right foot back to meet the left into our plank here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strengthen your plank. Inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, hips to the sky, finding our downward dog. Couple breaths here, reconnect, long exhale. On your next inhale, left heel to the sky. Sole the foot towards the ground on the right, pressing evenly through both palms and your right foot, stacking your hips. On your next inhale, step your left foot up. Again, maybe give that foot a boost if need be, that's okay. Lower your right knee to the mat. Inhale, raise your hands up overhead, chest and chin to the sky. Finding a little back bend here. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, soften into that bent knee. On your next exhale, release your hands to the mat, curl your right toes, bring your knee off the mat. Inhale into our high lunge, hands overhead. Exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee for our twist on the other side. If this isn't accessible to you, it's okay to bring your right knee to the mat and twist in your low lunge. That is an option as well. I don't think I gave it on the other side. My apologies. Just a reminder that you can modify any position we're into. Remember to exhale, extend your exhale. Inhale, lengthen. On your next exhale, hands to the mat. Straighten your left knee for our half splits. Bring our blocks in if we need them. If not, hands on the mat. Maybe just our hands on our foot. Chest towards that left thigh for our splits. Active left foot. Inhale, rock forward onto the sole of that left foot. Hands to the mat, curl your right toes, left foot back to meet the right. You guessed it, plank. Hold here for a breath or two. Really activate that core. Turn the eyes of your elbows forward. You'll feel your shoulder blades come away from the ears. So then again, come down to your knees if that's where you're at. As you exhale, slowly lower your chest down to the mat, working into either our up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward into plank. Lower your knees if you have to. Exhale, lower into up dog or cobra. All the way down to your chest if you're coming into cobra. Inhale, chest and chin rises for cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Might feel the knee taps raised. Exhale, curl your toes, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, float forward. Come to your knees if that's where we're at. Exhale, lower, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Fantastic. Inhale, hips to the sky. Exhale, lower your knees down. Bring your hips all the way back into child's pose. Extend your arms out. Reconnect with your breath here. Take a couple breaths just for you. When you're ready, bring yourself onto your back into constructive rest with your feet on the ground, knees bent. There you go. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our thighs towards our chest, knees bent, wrap our arms around our shins for Apanasana. On your next inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let your thighs come further down into your chest. Take a moment here, maybe a little rock side to side, massage the back. Release the soles of your feet back to the mat. Hands to or arms to the side, palms facing down. Inhale, raise the hips for our bridge. Maybe interlace your fingers here if that's accessible to you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your thighs together. Trying to ensure the legs don't splay outwards. Active upper legs. Bringing the chin off the chest. Couple more breaths. Inhale, find some more room to expand up. Exhale, allow your body to relax. Inhale. On your next exhale, come on down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, bring the soles of your feet facing the sky. Reach for the outer aspects of your feet, finding our child's pose. Again, maybe a little side to side. Do what makes you happy in your child's pose today. Maybe you just want to take Apanasana again. That's okay. Bring your knees together, feet together. Soles of the feet to the mat. Now we're not touching, we're going to keep our feet just a few inches off the mat. We're going to inhale here. As we exhale, bring your knees off to the left, arms out to the sides. Bring your gaze over your right fingertip. Knees to the left, gaze to the right. Spinal twist. Remember your breath. Inhale through the nose, belly expands. Exhale twice twice as long if accessible. Belly retracts. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your next inhale, bring your knees up back to center. Realign your spine here. Exhale, float your knees down to the right. Gaze over the left fingers. Maybe bring your hand onto your left thigh if you want here for some gentle assistance towards the floor. Maybe with each extended exhale, you feel a little more room to bring your knees towards the floor. Inhale, bringing your knees back up to center. Realign your spine. As you exhale, extend your legs straight out. Finding your comfortable Shavasana here. Maybe you want to try a bound ankle pose. Maybe legs straight out. Feet falling to the outsides. Palms facing up. Maybe a nice natural incline inwards. Just a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, squeeze your fingers, extend, flex your toes to your shins, raise your arms and legs just an inch off the mat. Squeeze, 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 chin to chest. Exhale through the mouth, nice and very relaxed. Inhale, hands up overhead, point the toes out. Reach the fingers as far as possible. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Feet and hands an inch off the mat. Squeeze your face. Exhale through the mouth. Release everything back down to Take a couple moments here in the final Shavasana. I'm going to come up to a seated position to guide you through some final breath. Just sense your breath, be aware of the natural inhales and natural exhales. Inhale through your nose, expand your belly. Exhale, longer than your inhale, retract your belly in, allowing all your body's muscles to sink further into the ground. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Any point throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your life that you feel the stressors, take just even a minute to become aware of your breath and to practice extending your exhale. Okay? I wish you the best as you go through your day today. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on day 5. Namaste.